Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more Diablo 3 gameplay. Continuing to play through on my Crusader. I promised you guys I would give you an update as I progressed with this character, as we continue to level up. As you can see right now, I'm sitting at 33. We're going through Act 2. We're actually coming up near the end of it. That's funny, the last video was also near the end of oh my god, I'm about to die. Let's try to run away. So you're gonna notice in the upper right hand corner, it does display a difficulty. We're currently playing on Expert, and before you think, wow, Force, you're a baller. No, this isn't even the hardest difficulty. But when it comes, ooh. What is that? What is it? Let's take a look. Give me come on, max DPS. Max, oh, it's so much better DPS. What does it even do? What's the thing there? On the secondary squeal? What does that even mean? I have no idea, but we're gonna replace that. And in the process of replacing it, we can also, well, first of all, we can put an enchant on it. So I'm gonna run back to town and put an enchant on it. But we can also get rid of our passive, which allowed us to wield a two-handed weapon in one hand. So this is, oh, look at all this crazy stuff happening. Why don't we go, yeah, why don't we just go with more wrath regeneration, I suppose. That'll be pretty good. Primary attack is gonna be pretty fast with his dagger, so we'll really be filling up the wrath. I know it's just a silly dagger. I know it's just a dagger, and like the other weapon looks a lot cooler, but it is a lot more damage. So, all right, so we're gonna put this in here, and now we've just got this. Is so wow, that was so much more damage. Look, you guys are good luck. You guys are good luck for me. Thank you. I feel like every time I'm doing recording a video or live streaming in any RPG, I always get the sweetest gear when you guys are around. I mean, you're not really around right now. You'll be around in the future, but you're around in spirit right now. And that's all that really matters. This is, my DPS is through the roof. Well, I'm sure people are like looking at this and laughing. Ha 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 ha! You know nothing of DPS, Force. I am a Diablo king. And that's great for you, but for right now, that was such an amazing upgrade. Okay, so we're going through Act 2 right now, and I need to get the blood of Zoltan Kuhl from the Vault of the Assassin. So that's currently what I'm looking for. So the leveling experience, you know, it's been going well for me. I haven't been able to sink a ton of time into the game. I'm sure you guys probably know that I have been devoting a bunch of time to the Elder Scrolls Online. I know I talk about it a lot, but it's just the game that I've been really into. But I gotta tell you, man, every time I hop back into this, I have a heck of a lot of fun. I really do. Like, I think the gameplay is, like I said before, when this game was originally out, the gameplay is really good. Like, the gameplay is rock solid. The animations, the visceral feel of the combat, Blizzard nailed that. I mean, as I expected them to. They're usually really good at that sort of thing when it comes to games. Just games that feel good to play. The one thing that still really bugs me about this game, and I mentioned it during a live stream, because I did do a Diablo 3 live stream last week. The one thing that really still bugs me is there's just still no, like, the organized PvP that still isn't in this game. It really bothers the heck out of me, because I have a lot of fun playing when I hop in. But there's that desire to continuously grind for loot really isn't there for me, because there's no, I know that there's like a dueling mode or something they added to the game it's some time ago, but you know, obviously I didn't really play much D3 after launch, but I do know that they added like this dueling mode area where you could go fight people. But the organized PvP, the arena, that stuff that we saw way back at BlizzCon a few years ago, stuff that I played personally, the stuff that I made a video for even, that's still not in the game, and it really is pretty disappointing to me, because I think that would really, it would make a player like me want to play a lot more, because the gear grind becomes more meaningful to me if there is, besides getting more gear, just to fight harder enemies to get more gear. And that's not to I understand that's a big part of what Diablo is. I absolutely and totally get that 100%. I know there's people who are more than satisfied with just that aspect of the game. But for me personally, I do want more. And that doesn't mean I can't enjoy the game, because I do still enjoy the game. But something like adding PvP would give me much more incentive to play this a lot more, and to try to get those highest tiers of gear if that were the case. But this isn't supposed to be a video that's complaining about the game. This is just supposed to be a video showing you guys some gameplay and giving you a little update as to my progress. So beyond the Super Baller Legendary that we just started the video off getting, which again, I have to say I am very, very Thank you guys so much. I'm very, very happy that that dropped. That is really cool. And it's funny too, because I know in a couple of levels it's going to be garbage compared to some of the normal items that I'm getting. But that's how the loot lust games work, right? This is how these things are structured, and it's such a great hook. All right, I don't even know if I'm going to find this thing in this video. I need to find this vault. And I might not even find it here with you guys. I at least wanna, all right, well at least we got that way shrine, that's nice. But yeah, when I have been playing again, I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. I really do. It seems pretty obvious. You guys saw it here, second I hit record. Like the loot system, you're getting good stuff now. And it feels really great when that stuff drops. It really, really does. So kudos on Blizzard for the improvements that they've made with that Loot 2.0 system. Because it definitely feels pretty darn awesome when it happens. What the heck? All these little flies here. I'm really astonished that these things do so much damage. I actually take a lot of damage in this expert mode. So basically the difficulty, you scale up the difficulty, yeah, monsters get harder, but you get so many more rewards, and the reason I decided to try going through this, it might not be like the fastest way to level, not that I'm necessarily concerned with that, to be honest with you. But it's to the point where it's providing a bit of challenge. I get very close to dying, especially on elite packs, and I do die on some of those elite packs. Bosses are a bit more difficult. I could probably bump up the difficulty a little bit more for more of a challenge, but I feel like this is a nice happy medium where it can be difficult and get a little hairy at times, but it's not like overbearing, and it's not that I'm not dying all the time, so you know that would obviously just completely slow things up and be very frustrating. I think this is a nice balance with the current difficulty that I'm playing on. But I'm sure I could bump it up a little more and it'd still be okay. All right, here we go. I found the Vault of the Assassin. All right, so this is where I need to go. And I go through the Vault of the Assassin, find this guy's blood. We already got his. Oh, okay. His blood was split into two places. I see. So we found one iteration of his blood. We need to find the second thing of his blood, and then we can enter his cave, and then he goes crazy and tries to kill us, and then we kill him, and then we continue to Act 3. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna continue to Act 3, and I'll give you guys an update once I arrive there. Let me just show you a little bit, though. So you guys have been watching this. So currently I've got these abilities. My number 2 ability sucks enemies up, and then explodes for massive damage, just like that. So that's my number 2. It's got a pretty short cooldown, so I can really spam it. I can spam it a lot more than I have been doing here in this video. That is my number 2 ability. My number 3 is the Steed. I did have this in the last video. My number 1 is this heavenly wave of fire that comes down. I'll show you that. It's called Heaven's Fury. So basically it comes down to just massive damage, and I'm not going to attack anything. And then it just basically follows enemies around. So you're going to see it move from enemy to enemy as long as its duration. I also currently have it. I currently have the rune in it that puts damage on the ground, like a massive amount of damage on the ground. So any enemies that walk over that continue to take additional damage, even if they're not getting hit by the beam. My number 4 is a Berserker mode. Basically increase my attack speed. Okay, gaining 25% increased attack speed, 100% increased wrath regeneration for 20 seconds, and if I take fatal damage while this is active, I actually revive. So I can do that now. I usually do it when I've got elite packs. So I'm gonna get a bunch of guys here. We got an elite pack here. Let's just get everyone grouped up together. All right, so we're gonna do that. Gonna drop this down, gonna pop our Heaven's Fury, and just see things blow up. And then we pop our Champion of Akarat, so you can see that turns me into this little like infernal looking character. It actually reminds me a lot of some of the World of Warcraft characters from Burning Crusade and Area 52, I think, like the ethereal characters or whatever. That's really what this reminds me of. It's a little bit more chunky compared to those guys, but that's sort of the general vibe that I get from the look of that visual. And yeah, that's basically what I do. That's what I do when we come up against like big scary packs. I'm actually tearing through the stuff a lot easier than I was prior to recording the video because of that new weapon that we just picked up. So that's my 1 through 4. My left mouse button is this attack. It's actually the highest base damage attack for the primary. So you can see 200% damage, 190, 165 and 175. Now some of these have range and additional effects. This one hits multiple targets, but I've got a lot of multi-target abilities, so I wanted one strong single target hit, and that's going to be my primary attack there with Punish. Punish also gives me an increased chance to block when I hit by the Hardened Senses buff, and then I have this rune to explode for damage as well. when my hardened senses is active. So that's my current skill setup. That's basically what I'm rolling with at the moment, and it's been pretty successful for me. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Okay, so we got another guy here, so we're gonna pop our abilities. Massive damage, massive damage. They're about to explode that thing, so I want to get out of that way because those poison blobs do a ton of damage themselves. And that's that. So I'm going to keep grinding, I'm going to keep killing some stuff, I'm going to keep leveling, and I'll give you guys another update as we progress. I really hope, though. Oh my god, just... You guys. Seriously. Seriously, you guys? Seriously, you guys. Thank you so much for this. I still don't know what Squeal does, but thank you so much for the pig sticker. Stay tuned, more Diablo 3 coverage coming up. Keep watching and keep owning. You're dead. All of you.
Bad luck for you, friend.